Last week, Yamaha launched the all-new MT-09 and left a lot of people scratching their heads. Across the internet, people could not get over the new design language, specifically the new headlight. Needless to say, the moment Yamaha released the MT-07, my first thought was, dear God, they ruined my boy. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at the specs of the 2021 MT-07. Alright, before we jump in, there are two things that I want to say. First, the MT-07 has a solid place in my heart as one of my favorite motorcycles I've ever owned. Truly, one of the best bang for the bucks kind of bikes you could ever sit on in the current market. Second off, if you don't already, hit that subscribe button, share some love with your favorite YouTube wannabe host. Now, let's chat about the 2021 updates for the MT-07. First off, the styling has been changed to a new generation of body styling. I'm honestly a huge fan of the winglet style air intakes. It makes the bike look fast at a standstill and gives more purpose to the area surrounding the fork legs. Now, the headlight and its signature Y-shaped icon. I absolutely hate it. There's no way around it. I absolutely hate it. While Yamaha calls this more minimalistic, the plastic looks heavy while also weighing down the front of the bike. What I would have rather have seen is them to add something to cover the dash from the front. They took one of the issues from the previous two generations of MT-07s and did nothing to update it. It was a wasted opportunity in my mind. What is interesting is that the addition of the single LED unit that is flanked by additional LEDs. Great to see a mid-range bike come standard with LED technology. And there's even more LEDs as the turn signals have both been updated to LEDs as well. Now the engine. The engine of the MT-07 is the tried and true 690cc parallel twin CP2 engine with its distinctive 270-degree crank design. If you've not ridden a bike with this engine, so it would be the XSR 700 or the MT-07, let me tell you that it's one of the very best. I absolutely love the gobs of torque on this bike. And the bike is just a wheelie machine, and that's why you see so many of them being converted into stunt bikes. Not only that, but it's so easy to ride around town. The torque is where you need it to be, and that means so much for a mid-weight bike. Besides that, the engine produces 74 horsepower, which is more than enough at 9,000 RPM, and 50 pound-feet of torque at 6,500 RPM. Yamaha stated that in order to meet the new Euro 5 emissions, they had to tweak the design of the exhaust, the air intake, injectors, and the ECU settings. As for the components, the front brakes got a nice little upgrade this year from a pair of 282mm rotors to a pair of 290mm duals. That should help this light bike stop even quicker. And while there's no TFT screen on the MT-07, it's probably still too expensive, they did bring a new inverted LCD display that comes off the previous generation MT-09 SP, which is, once again, a stunning bike that Yamaha has done a great job with. Honestly, one of the bikes that I wish Yamaha made, they never did, was an MT-07 SP, an MT-07 platform with just nicer suspension. One day, who knows. Besides that, standard on the new bike is the latest generation Michelin PR5 tires. As for the colors, the MT-07 will come in three exciting new colorways: Storm Fluo, Icon Blue, and Tech Black. Obviously, Tech Black is the way to go if you want to be like me, which I guess all of you guys do, right? Yeah. Besides that, so deliveries are slated for March in the US and will start at $7,699 with a $425 destination charge. And with all of this, that's really all I have for you today. While I'm definitely a fan of what Yamaha has done with this market, I'm not into the new design language. It's too robotic and not enough motorcycle design language for my mind. That being said, the MT-07 is one of the best bikes on the market, regardless of price. Yeah, I said that. It's one of the best bikes on the market, regardless of the price. So, thank you all for listening for me to ramble around this MT-07. Go out there and ride safe. Bye guys.